so much for joining us here today. I hope you and your family are doing fantastic. Welcome to Michael and Julie Nguyen Conversation. Please give me a few seconds. I will be right back. I think we are good to go. Happy Monday, everyone. June 26th, 2023. And what a fantastic week we had last week. What a fantastic news for the folks that was winning the contest. First of all, I would like to say hello. My name is Julie Nguyen. I'm coming to you from Orange County, California. And today is June 26, 2023. And friend Michael Will, he is coming from Canada. Hello, Michael. Would you please say hello to everyone?
Hello, Julie.
We are excited. Yes, we are excited. We're looking forward to Monday all the time because I believe we both know that the conversations that we have here somehow, somewhat, creating some ideas, some thinking for everyone who are viewing today. First of all, I'd like to say thank you so much for everyone who is subscribing and joining into this YouTube channel and following me on Facebook. You are fuel for us to continue to do what we are doing. So thank you so much for your support. And thank you for those who actually did give me some, stickers, some supports. I really, truly appreciate you very much. I'd like to also take this opportunity once again to continue to congratulate our winner. The three winners, the first one won the first prize, $5,000 in cash, yes. And the second winner won the iPhone Pro Max to 14. And the third one get a great prize to get started with his business for 1,000 credit in the ecosystem. Wow, what a prize. And truly, Michael, truly to me, the contest was something that I took as an opportunity for me to share with other people, to share to the people that I care for, the people that I, because how many times in our life do we have a chance to give someone an opportunity to win $5,000 or an iPhone or 1,000 credit? And to me, sharing is caring. The more you share, the more you care, and the more you share, the more chances of winning, whether or not it's winning the prizes or winning an opportunity to have them be in a business, a fantastic business with us. And because of the sharing that our entire OnPassive community is doing, that's why we wanted to call this topic today. Not only that it is sharing, is caring, but it is a sense of a community together. So what's your thought on that? Let's just get started with the topic.
Sure, absolutely. And so, hats off to all the winners, all three winners. That is fantastic. And you're absolutely right, Julie. It was an opportunity for those who saw it as such to be able to get the word out there, get people involved, help them to get a free account. And who knows, they had that chance. It could have been them that could have walked away with $5,000 just by creating a free account. So that was fantastic. I'm sure quite a few took advantage of that to be able to at least expose OnPassive even more to people they care about. Because in the end, when it's all said and done, those who are running with us, those who have locked arms with us, those who have joined in, they're certainly going to win, Julie, right? $5,000, yeah, that's great. But in the bigger picture, right? Imagine creating a financial legacy. Imagine, creating an income stream for generations to come. So that's the bigger picture, and that's what those who are involved with us, are excited about. The opportunities, but the future, the future holds for all of us who are certainly founders, and definitely for those who come in as customers, because they will experience the value that this company has put, all the care that went into designing the products and the value that they will receive as customers, certainly more than what they're getting now in the marketplace. So it's a complete win-win for everyone, Julie.
Absolutely, Michael. I also wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate to On Passive, right? It is because of the sense of community, because of everyone is winning together. On Passive YouTube channel, within that week, the entire community getting together, sharing the good that On Passive is putting down. On Passive has gained over 120,000 subscribers. 1.2, I mean, right now it's probably more, but 1.6 million impressions and 1.4 millions view on that particular YouTube. It's all organic. And, over 400,000 comment. And imagine everyone, when you are looking for a community that working together, that gathering together to actually bring something that's valuable to the world, we have the community up on Passive. And that's what happened last week, was all happening organically. That was all happening so beautiful. As we understand, Michael, and I know you are very excited about this too, as the community of On Passive gathering together, not only that we are attracting the people, like the top people in other countries, like government agencies, but we also attracting so many people. Let's talk about the supercar modulas that is now partnering with On Passive.
Well, these are the things that On Passive is doing, Julie. Setting the trend. Creating new ways and forms of marketing. And to have that community, right? To have that community, supercars, with us, in partnership. That's just going to allow the company's products to go viral based upon their subscribers, based upon their followers, in the millions. Again, there's just a different way that the company is being creative in getting the brand out there, how can you not be excited about that? Because this is something that's going to reach, around the globe, not just in the Middle East, not just in Dubai, but it's going to get to all of the various continents, and people all over will be exposed to On Passive, which is exactly what we want, right? We want to be able to have customers, regardless of what region people are in, they will have a reason to come to On Passive. And so if you can find different ways, not just the same channels, but to have these strategic partnerships and to be able to get the word out there, it just makes selling that much easier, Julie. Acquiring a customer that much easier because of the exposure that you're getting, and you're doing it in a different way. You're doing it in a way that's appealing to people, something that is refreshing, and so it's going to bring people that's not normally in this circle, right? Let's say, right, and expose them to what On Passive has to offer, right? And that is something that we all should be excited about, because we will see customers coming in, and that's just something that's going to help our bottom line, Julie.
Absolutely. And talking about customers, the customers that are currently joining On Passive right now, talking about the influence of the supercar modulas, have over 500 members. They have 150 unique car. Not every car are supercar, right? There's certain cars that consider to be a supercar. So supercar modulas have 150 unique cars. And not only that, the people that own those cars has 300 million followers, talking about a community bringing the people, the top, the people that has high influencing in the world. And now a lot of the advertisement, the branding that coming out, you will see on Passive logo and Supercar Modulus logo are hand in hand. But now Julie Nguyen and Michael Williams, just so that everyone know, as a disclaimer, On Passive is partnering with Supercar Modulus, not Julie Nguyen or not Michael Williams. I can't go out there and claim that I am partnering with Supercar Modulus, but I can say that I am one of the early bird of On Passive, who is now On Passive is partnering with Supercar Modulus. Not only that, because of that relationship, now Dubai government, Dubai police is also partnering with Supercar Modulus, talking about the entire community that working together to have a better lifestyle, better quality of life. Am I right, Michael?
Absolutely, you're right, Julie. Because, so many people are just bad at marketing. Even companies are bad at marketing, right? A lot of companies will outsource, their marketing and advertising because they themselves are not good at it, right? And we're talking about companies who have a lot of money. How much, individuals who don't really have much budget, to spend on advertising and marketing. So for On Passive to make that a focus, right? It's a focal point for the company to be able to have branding, marketing, all of that promotion, put all that together, Julie. That's how we win. That's how we dominate the internet space, right? That's how we dominate, offline, is to be able to have a presence everywhere you can think of, every sector, every industry, right? And that's what we're seeing with On Passive. If people take a look at the various partnerships, they'll start to see that. It's not just one thing. It's not just one place. It's not just one type, right? But the company is certainly reaching, into various areas to make sure we get maximum exposure, because that's what it's going to take, right? If this company On Passive is looking to, help people become wealthy, if it's looking to help people, to be able to uplift humanity, to be able to help their neighbors and so on, it's a massive effort. There's no doubt about that. And we can see from every steps that the company is taking, right? We can see the progress being made, Julian, and that just helps us to be assured that we are in the right place and that we are going to win. I know so many are looking for success. They never experienced it before, but now they can, because there is no way that we as individuals will be able to have such partnerships, Julie. Governments, the supercars, best moments, and so on. We just wouldn't, right? But here it is that we can actually benefit, right? We can piggyback on what On Passive is doing, and that's going to be the secret to our success.
Absolutely. We're talking about success. We're talking about community. We're talking about sharing. I believe every community has its own goal, its own vision, its own values. And so On Passive is now building a gigantic a community where that is the most powerful part to me. I feel that the powerful part that On Passive is creating together is the power of the community. And we are attracting a lot of others. We understand that Best Moment you've mentioned, the Royal Atlantis is another one. There's going to be a lot of partnerships that's going on. And now as we are sitting here talking together with each other, we are the first early birds that having that opportunity to join in this community. How do we take that opportunity and share that with other people? I do understand that there's in life, we do have people that like the same things that we are liking, that having the same vision, that have the same values that we are sharing. How do we what do we share with these people? right? So I do hope that this conversation will also giving people some idea of what do we share? What do we share? What do we pick out from what we've seen so far to share with the people around us?
Sure. And, we know that there's lots of great information on our corporate website, right, on passive.com. We know that there's lots of great information on our blog, the social media platforms, YouTube channels, etc. We know there's lots of great information, but it's a lot of information, Julie. And that's why we simply put together what we believe are some of the most important information, right, and which I've shared before, automaticinternetmillionaire.ws. As a matter of fact, just this morning, Julie, one of our leaders sent me a message just a little quick thank you for that, because they've been using it and they've been able to get folks that are coming on board, just by sharing that, right? Why? Because it's giving people information. That's all it's doing. It's just putting information in front of people's face. And if the information that they're, viewing, because it's a bunch of videos, right? But it's done in such a way that is helping that person make that decision to say, you know what, this sounds very interesting. Now let me explore more. Sure, I'll get a free account. It's not costing them anything. They're just getting a free account, right? And that's the next step, right? Is to get information so that if it makes sense to you, if it's a movement that you want to be a part of, if you can see the opportunity, right? If you can see how you can benefit from it, then certainly you want to get a free account, right? And so just with that simple website, Julie, nothing fancy, right? Just a simple website, because it's not about, how it looks. It's more so the content, right? Giving people quality information so that they can make a simple decision, which is what? You know what? Let me get a free account because I want to find out more. I want to experience some of these free products that they're talking about. I want to be able to be in it because it just sounds like this company, is going somewhere, and I want to go somewhere with it, right? At the end of the day, we know that there are financial implications involved, right? So many people, Julie, are looking for a way out. So many. They try this, they try that, try. They can't sell, they can't recruit nobody, they can't build no team, they can't do any of that stuff, right? OnPassive is all about customers. Nice and simple, nice and easy. Apple's about customers, right? Microsoft, what do they want? They want customers, right? Amazon, what they're looking for, customers. They want people to buy their products, right? That's what OnPassive is. OnPassive is providing products to the marketplace, but products that make sense, products that people will be able to utilize, not something that's going to sit in someone's garage, or in their room or wherever, but real products that can actually help their business, right, to grow, right? Real products that can help them be more efficient in what they're doing, right? And certainly you want to be able to reap the rewards from any sales, from any additional customers and so on, right? So it's powerful, Julie. It really is. We're making things nice and simple so that anyone and everyone can benefit, whether you're, 19 years old, or whether you are a grandma, great-grandma, grandpa, doesn't matter, right? People be able to just say, hey, you know what? I came across this, take a look. Simple as that. There's nothing more. You don't need to create no sales presentation or none of that stuff. Just share the whole idea of what OnPassive is about, which is, all formulated within these videos. And that's it. Let the videos do the talking for you. And people are, they're liking what they see, Julie, right? I certainly know that if this didn't make any sense, if this wasn't going anywhere, I wouldn't be here. Why would I, right? But I'm here, Julie, because I know where we're going. I'm here, Julie, because I know that OnPassive will change lives. So why would I not want to share that with people? Do I not want my friends and family, don't I want their lives to be changed? My colleagues, you understand me? Even strangers, people I don't know, right? I want their lives to be changed. And all I have to do is just say, here, take a look. And that's it. Get yourself a free account. That's the start, And the sky's the limit, Julie. The sky is the limit.
Absolutely. I love what you're putting together. If everyone who's currently watching here now, if you want to know more information, obviously you could go to onpassive.com is our main company website. We also have the blog, like Michael mentioned. We also have the OnPassive official YouTube channel. There are short informations right there. But if you wanted to know literally the snapshot of what OnPassive is all about, go to Automatic Internet Millionaire.ws, or the short way, I put it in the very short, is I am so in it to win it.com. When you share that out, it's literally the snapshot of OnPassive. And once you're finished, you can definitely want to invite that link that you have that people can sign up and get a free account. Guys, no one is asking for a credit card, or no one is asking for you to purchase. None of that happened here in OnPassive, right? OnPassive, like you said, creating very valuable products that everyone needs. That is so simple, where the 3 years old, 102 years old can use, right? All you got to do is get a free account, and then go ahead and get that, and then explore it. It's beautiful ecosystem, Michael. It's beautiful. And I know that there are more things coming on. And if you are subscribing to this channel or following on the Facebook or any YouTube channels that are out there talking about OnPassive, you are in for the right place. Now, we're talking about community today. Michael, I know that we all belong somehow, somewhat to some community, right? Either church, temple, or the community of sisterhood, brotherhood, any kind of community. You could make a difference in those community. I literally go to church, picture myself standing in front of that podium and share this beautiful gift that I have to the entire church. Will you be able to do that? And how are you going to do that? It's something that has to come out from our hearts, right, Michael? Has to come out from what we know, from what we understand about OnPassive, and come out right from our heart in order to share it. And that's how we attract people in our community. Very powerful.
Yeah, that's for sure. And people don't need a script. This is too simple that you have to have a write-up and it has to be perfect. Folks, it's really, really simple. It just is. All we have to do, right, is to just say here, like it's nothing more complicated than that. It just isn't, right? But you have to obviously believe in what you're sharing, right? It first comes with that. If you don't believe in it, then why share it? I wouldn't do it, right? I would not share something that I don't believe in, Julie, and I think by now everyone knows, where my confidence level is and what we're doing. And for those who were on the fence and all of that, their confidence level should have grown, as we have grown, right? As the company has grown, because there's just so much more today than, a year ago. 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You understand? This company started out from scratch, from ground zero, and build to where we are today. So there's so much for people to see. But like I said, one can get lost in all the information, right? And that's why the sites that we've mentioned, it just kind of, bring everything down, give you a nice overview, enough for you to say yes or no. But that's what it does. It's enough for people to say, yeah, I'm not 100% convinced, but, what I've seen so far, the message that's been communicated, it's worth me exploring more, right? And that's why a person gets a free account, because then they can see everything within the ecosystem, right? And they'll be able to go in and test drive the products themselves, play with it, see if it's worth everything that we're saying, because I know it's worth a lot more than what we're saying, Julie. And that's all sharing is. No one has to be an expert at sharing, right? Little kids from there in the sandbox, they're sharing their toys, and you know what I mean? It's something that is built in all of us, I believe, to be able to share, right? So when it's coming from that standpoint, we're not talking about selling now. That's a totally different thing, right? When you're, and it's not a play on words. When you're selling, there's an art to selling, okay? There's a skill to it. Most people cannot do it, right? But when it comes to sharing, though, everyone can share, right? And that's why it has to be a sharing, way as opposed to a selling way, Julie. It's two different things, and everyone have the ability to be able to share. You just have to be comfortable enough to want to do it. And you don't even need to be, as informed, because the information is there, right? Somebody watch a video, okay, information is right there in front of you. I don't need to give 20-minute pitch or anything like that. So I'm not trying to sell you anything. Here, go watch this video and I'm done. It's as simple as that. If I have a highlight tape, that's it, Julie, right? That's what that site does. It gives you a highlight of the company. Because if I have a highlight tape of my child and I want to coach a university to take a look, right? Yeah, she may play 700 minutes for the season, right? But what I'm actually sharing, though, is like a 4-minute tape, right? So I take that 700 minutes, bring it down to 4 minutes, something small, and then they can see the highlights and can determine from that, right? It doesn't tell us everything, but it tells us enough. Is there interest in that child, in that athlete? You understand? If there's no interest, okay, throw that away. But if there's interest, now I want more. Do you have a full game that I can watch to see everything, right? Not just all your good stuff. I want to see the bad stuff as well, right? And we as founders who've been in with on passive, right? We're seeing everything. We're seeing the good, the bad, the ugly. We're seeing everything, right? That's the whole idea, for it to be fully transparent so we can make that informed decision. Is this a company I still want to be with? I still want to continue with, right? And everything that we've seen, Julie, says yes, 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 yes. Because I'm telling you, there is no other company out there that's going to give you the potential of what OnPassive has to afford you. There just isn't any, Julie. None. Zero. Zip. Okay? And that's not being cultish or being stupid or anything like that, right? It's being informed. It's an informed decision, okay? And so we have enough sense that we can make our own informed decision, Julie, based upon information that we've received, based upon everything that we have seen for ourselves. And that's what people will get. They'll watch that highlight, and get a good sense. I think it's maybe 30 minutes or so, I think, of videos, right? So they'll give you a good sense of what we've been doing, and where we're going and how you can participate and benefit tremendously going forward, Julie.
Absolutely, Michael. And I love the fact that OnPassive is giving us the opportunity, not giving us, but create a chance for all of us to be the best version of ourselves, right? What is the best version of ourselves? It's really, to me, being involved in OnPassive for the last 4 years really helped me to really, truly look further in who I am. Who is Julie Nguyen? And that is something that I would suggest that many of us who are here, we've gone through the journey of our life, decades. Do we really know who we are? Do we really know what we are interested in? Or do we just know that get up, the alarm clock started, get up, go to work, come back every single day? Is that us? Is that truly us? I watched one of the podcasts the other day, and the woman, her name is Sophia, had mentioned this. Do we really know, excuse the noise out here, everyone. Do we really know how we are functioning? Like our children go to school, hear the bell ring, get up, walk to another class, sit there and listen for a little bit, and then hear bell ring and walk to another class, right? That is not how our life should be, right? Our life should be living the best version of ourselves, receiving the best of what God is creating for all of us. And I believe that on passive giving us that opportunity to do that, what we want to do, be creative, be ambitious about what we want to do. And I know I'm here really talking about how I feel we could do that. Every single one of us who are listening, who understand about on passive, know that we could still be the best version of ourselves, not the best version of someone want us to be. How many of us are spending years and years working for someone else that we really don't want to be there? Do we want to spend the rest of our life doing that? Being someone else, but not us? Michael, that's something that...
The thing is this, Julie, sorry. The thing is this, that, people are conditioned, right? Brainwashed, conditioned, whichever word you want to use, right? But we are conditioned, right? This is why our school system is set up the way it is and so on, right? But we have to take some time, right? Take some time. Because you're right. People get up in the morning, they go to work, they come home, eat, shower, back to bed, get up in the morning, and just keep repeating that, right? When do people actually take time out and just think about life? Think of where you are right now, right? Think about what you have done throughout your life, whether you're 20 years old, 50 years old, 70, just think about your life and where you are right now. Is it where you really want to be? If money was no longer an issue, what would you be doing right now? Right? That's what people have to think, because usually money dictates the life that you're living, right? So if money was no longer an issue, right? Take that out. That's out of the way, right? What would you actually want to be doing? Would you want to be getting up, going to that 9 to 5, come home, eat, sleep, repeat? Like, is that what you want to be doing? If it is, fantastic. You're living the best version of yourself. You're living your best life. That's great. But I would suggest that the majority of people, that isn't what they want to be doing, Jody. There is something else that would rather be doing. Maybe they have a hobby, something that they're doing part-time, something on the side, or they just say, I'll never be able to do this. I'll never be able to live my dream. I'll never be able to, really, accomplish what I really want in life. So I just forget all about it, right? But if money's no longer an issue, right, what would you really want to be doing, right? For parents who have children that are very active, would you want to be there for your child? Would you want to be there for your children? Would you want to be able to support them physically? Your presence is there, right? Would you want to be doing that? Is there something, whether it be a group that you'd love to be able to volunteer your time with, to be able to help within your community, right? Are there projects that you'd actually be, would love to work on that's going to benefit other people, right? Like, what would you want to be doing? Would you want to be going around and finding people who are homeless and provide a solution for them, right? What would you want to be doing if money is no longer an issue, right? Because that's, where I see on passive comes in, Julie, is to give people that option. It's to give them that option where, okay, money is no longer an issue. What would you do? What would you go about doing to help humanity? Like, what would you do, right? Because it can never be one person. It can never be one company, right? But it's a community. It's a community effort, Julie, in order to cause change, right? It's never about one person, right? The change that we're talking about is much bigger than any individual. I don't care who you are. It's much bigger than you, right? So we came together as a community because we want to make a difference out there, right? And so that's what people have to start to think about. But in order for that to happen, though, you have to have a resource or resources, financial resources. So how do you go about getting that? Do you go play the lottery and hope that you're going to win? Do you think the 9 to 5 job is going to help you do that? Do you start a business that you know nothing about, right? Isn't it a better idea if there are some experts who decide to come together and put together something that they know that the world will benefit from, and yet you have the ability or the opportunity to participate in that and be able to receive financial rewards as a result of your participation. Doesn't that sound like a better way? Doesn't that sound like, something that is incredible? Because now you're letting the experts do all the hard work, do all the heavy lifting, put everything together, right? And yet you get to benefit. To me, that's brilliant, Julie. That is brilliant, and that is caring, and that is where love comes in. Because, whoever the individual or individuals are, they have to really love humanity. They have to really care about other people, to put the time and effort into doing something like that so that others can benefit, not so that they themselves benefit, but so that others can benefit, Julie. And that's the difference with what OnPassive is doing versus any other company that's out there. All the other companies that are just busy lining their pockets. It's as simple as that. But here's a company that wants to actually make a difference and is doing what is necessary to ensure that that is the case, so that people can get the outcome that they're looking for in life, so that they can make a positive change in their lives, Julie, and be able to have the time now, the time freedom to be able to reflect and think about, what can I do to make a difference in someone else's life? That's what OnPassive is about. And this is why I'm here, Julie. This is why I'm locked in with OnPassive, right? I'm going to start saying I am OnPassive, okay? Because OnPassive embodies everything that I believe in, Julie. It really does.
Absolutely. And I love it, OnPassive. I am OnPassive. And that's when I started the hashtag OnPassive for Life. Right. There is a community of people that we haven't touched, Michael. And I know a lot of you and I related, a lot of people are currently watching this really related to. When I heard about OnPassive, where it's automatically happened to us, it's automatically done for us, it's automatically help us build. I'm thinking about the networking group of people, the multi-level, we shall say that, the MLM industry or the community. I did involve in several of those companies before, and I didn't do very well because I don't know how to recruit. I don't know how to bring in people. I didn't have that influence to bring in to people. But the part of it for me is I'm looking at the people that are successful in that business. Having conversation with them, I also found out there's limitation, there's cap, and there's continuously working, building, bringing in people in order for them to make that income. There's even folks that I know that continue to spend money every single month buying the products that they don't even need in order for them to meet that guideline, to meet that that requirement to be there. Guys, those are the people, those are the community that we could help them tremendously when we share OnPassive to them, right? Some of us here who've lost money, some of us here who've lost so much time, who have been in the multi-level marketing for many years. Now we have the tools to do it. And that tools is the entire OnPassive ecosystem, right? How many times in life we promote a product that we don't really use, right? OnPassive only giving us, and personally myself, if I don't do it, I won't share it. That's it. So OnPassive is something that creating the tools that I will be using, all the tools that OnPassive creating. And I'm just so excited to share that with people. And that's how we are sharing. Sharing is caring. We've seen that people lose money before. We've seen that people working very hard to meet certain criteria in life. And that's what we do. We take what we have, we take what we know, and we share it out to people. And I think that's a huge community that we actually can make a difference in, Michael. Do you agree with me on that? Because that's a huge community everywhere.
Absolutely, Julie. It is sad, to see, to hear, to know, when people lose, right? I don't know anyone who loves losing, right? Whether it's $1, whether it's $10, whether it's $100, I don't know anyone who loves to lose, When you play a game, there's a reason why you keep score, right? If it didn't matter, if no one cares about winning, yeah, we lose, no big deal, right? Then don't keep score, right? So people keep score because people like to win, right? Who would you rather be around, winners or losers, right? You know, and take that however you want to take it, right? Because it can mean a variety of things, obviously, right? You know, do I want to be on the winning team, or would I rather be part of the losing team, and so on and so forth, right? It's a fact that people love to win, right? Now, I don't believe, you know, in winning by any means necessary, Julie, right? We're not talking about people who are scamming people, because the ones who are scamming people, they're actually winning, right? I'm not talking about that, because that's not what we're about, right? But we're talking about, you know, positive wins, right? People making a difference in people's lives, people who are going somewhere, you know, in life. You know, those are the people you want to be around, people who actually care about others. That's who you want to be around. So it is sad when some of these same individuals, you know, have worked hard and end up losing, you know, because they trusted a friend, they trusted a company, etc. You know what I mean? And people take advantage of that and all of that stuff. You know, so we know right around the globe, you know, there are millions of people, millions who have lost, you know, and so, you know, if we can find a way just to say, listen, my friend, I have something here that will help you recoup all that you have lost, every single penny. We have something here that will help you to do so. And you don't have to break the bank. You know, you don't have to spend a arm and a leg in order for that to be accomplished, right? And so that's the beauty of what we have to offer, Julie. Not only, you know, because we're not saying, okay, I lost $100,000, man, I have to go spend another $20,000 in order to make that $100,000 back. That's not what we're about. We're saying that here's a company that is all about customers. It's all about providing products, right, that people will buy, the public will buy. Millions, hundreds of millions, you know, maybe even billions will actually purchase something from OnPassive, okay? So when they purchase that product from OnPassive, that generates revenue for the company. And here is a company that's willing to share that revenue with us, right? So all we want to do is position ourselves so that we can benefit from the acquisition of customers. It's as simple as that, right? And so if I have enough customers, Julie, then that stands to reason that I'm generating commissions from the product sale to these customers. And over time, it will add up, okay? And so in a nutshell, you know, that's what we offer to people, you know, something that is different out there. It's not, you're not building a whole bunch of levels and all these things, you know, you're not getting paid because you recruited somebody. You're not getting paid because someone says, oh yeah, this is what we're doing in the background, and really it's something totally different. You know, you're getting paid for the sale of products. Sale of products. What can be more pure than that, Julie? Here's a product that somebody actually wanted and they purchased it, and so you got paid as a result, right? If I decide to, get a whole bunch of water bottles, Julie, right? And I decide to go to a track meet, you know, and people, they're thirsty, and I'm selling these water bottles, okay? I'm making money, right? If I buy them, you know, I don't know, $3, $4 for like 24, and I go sell it for $1 each, people will buy it, Julie. So I made $24, and yet it only cost me like $2 or $3, right? So I'm in profit over $20, right? Per case. You understand? Hey, that is real, right? I'm providing value. I'm providing a real product to these individuals, okay? And so that's OnPassive. OnPassive is providing real products to people. People buy these products, okay? And as a result, right, revenue is generated, okay? And I get to participate in that, right? Because some of these customers are my customers. And because they're my customers, I get to share in the revenue. Like it's simple and pure, Julie, right? Nothing complicated, nothing, you know, fancy going on behind the scenes or what have you. No supercomputer calculating gazillion return. Like none of that stuff. It's just pure. Sell a product, somebody buys it, you get paid. Okay. And so we have that opportunity, Julie, where this company can create millionaires upon millionaires upon millionaires, right? Simply because the company's not trying to keep all of the profits to itself. The company's not saying, well, okay, I sold this product for $1. I'm going to keep 99 cents out of it, and then I'm going to share 1 cent with everybody. No, right? So, when people get to truly understand what OnPassive is about, they will see that you have no choice but to win. Failure is really not an option in OnPassive. It really is, right? It's just not an option, right? So I'm loving that, Julie, and I agree with you that there's so many people out there that we can certainly share with and help them, right? Help them. Not about me. I'm fine. Julie's fine, right? But there's a lot of people that we can help. And that will put a smile on my face. Julie will have a bigger smile on her face. I can't think of a better feeling, Julie, that when you see, think of when you do something good for someone. Don't you get that kind of warm and fuzzy feeling inside? Because you know that, the person, benefited from whatever you did. Even if they didn't thank you, doesn't matter. But they benefited. You did something for them, and they think of something as simple as opening a door for someone. Just something as simple as that. You just held the door open, and the person walked through, right? And the person has a smile on their face, like, oh, thank you, right? And that makes you want to smile now. Okay, how much more, right? When you see a homeless person and you're able to say, here you go. Maybe you can buy yourself a dinner tonight or something. And the person is so grateful. Oh, thank you, blah, 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 right? Gives you a warm and fuzzy feeling inside. You didn't do it because you're looking for that warm and fuzzy feeling. You did it because you really wanted to help that person, right? But as a result, right, of that person being thankful and grateful and all of that, and you saw that, okay, now that person has a meal for the night, it gives you that warm and fuzzy feeling. I like warm and fuzzy feeling, Julie, right? It's a good thing. And so can you imagine how many warm and fuzzy feelings you can have on a daily basis because money is no longer an issue, right? And so that's what it's about. There's a lot of people we can go through and name. There's so many people that need help right around the globe. I don't care what country you're in. There is somebody right there, even within your neighborhood, there's somebody right there that need help, even right now, right? And so we want to be able to reach out to as many as we can to help them, Julie. And I think the best way we can do that is introducing OnPassive to them. Why? Because I'm not giving them that fish, Julie, right? I'm actually teaching them how to fish. OnPassive is going to teach you how to fish, right? Which is a better scenario for you than for me just giving you that fish, right? OnPassive is what's really going to help people from a business standpoint. It's going to help them. And you don't have to be business savvy. You don't have to get into accounting and finance and none of that stuff. Just come as you are. And this company is going to help you.
Yeah, you don't have to have a degree and you don't have to have a license or certified to be part of OnPassive. All you have to do is be part of it. And as we mentioned, the site, Automatic Internet Millionaires.ws, or I Am So In It to Win It it's literally a summary of what OnPassive is all about, in that for you to make that decision of to become part of OnPassive. Now, before OnPassive, we tend to say, I want to help a church in Vietnam, for example. I want to build a bridge across Africa, but I don't know how. Or I want to go on vacation every year, but I don't have the money to do it. Now, with OnPassive, you can replace the word but, B-U-T, to N-A-N-D. I want to help a community in Vietnam, and now with OnPassive, I can do that, right? Or you could say, I want to take vacation every month. With OnPassive, now I can do that. Like literally, those are simple things that we do, replacing some of the words, replacing the way we think. OnPassive give us that possibility to do so. So the homework for everyone who's watching this conversation today, we do hope that you find values in joining us here today. Your homeworks today, literally, I'm giving you homework, is to write down your dreams. What are your wishes? What are your dreams? Decades ago, I was dreaming, literally at that time, I was wishing to have someone who are successful and turn around and teach me to be successful. I've never thought about the money. Money never really a big thing, right? The ability to do something, the knowledge and the wisdom to be successful, to know how to do it is the big thing for me. Now, with On Passive, I see the how. I see the tools. I have the ability to do that. So now, everyone, your homework is to write down your dream. Write down your dream, whatever it is. If your dream to visit Egypt, to live in France for a year, just said, I would like to live in France for a year, and with On Passive, I can do it. You could do it. You could totally do it, right? I knew a friend who was single at a time, and this is probably a lesson for me too, because I'm literally single. She wrote down everything that she wishes in a man that she wants to marry, right? She wrote it all down. So now it's the same thing for all of us. What are your dreams? What are your dreams? Write all those down, and always ended up with, and with On Passive, I can, and then finish that sentence. I believe we all can do it. Remember, we all was born happy, right? We were born happy. We can do that again every single day. It's all about the choices that we make, right? So I think this conversation could be wrapped up right now, Michael. I'm excited for all of us that being here. I'm excited for the partnerships that On Passive are making, and people are coming to On Passive. I'm excited especially for the people that won the contest last week. There are more contests going on. I believe we heard that last week. Bigger prize, longer, there's more prizes. So the only way for you to win those prizes is to be in On Passive ecosystem. And in order for you to be in On Passive ecosystem, please just wherever that you see On Passive and you want to be part of it, you can definitely go to our website. There are so many information that share. Just get a free account and be in On Passive in order for you to get the On Passive ecosystem ID to register. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in today. Thank you for all the subscribers that coming in. Someone just messaged me. Someone's giving me super stickers. I truly appreciate you. You are the fuel for us to do what we do here in On Passive. Michael, any last words? Words of wisdom, maybe?
Nope. Nothing. Thanks everyone for being here. Truly, this is a special place. On Passive is a special place, a special company, great people, real people. And that's who you want to do business with. You want to do business with real people, people that that have your back, people that that will be there for you. People who actually care more about your success than about their own. And that's what you'll find in On Passive. You'll find people who actually care about your success, that want to see you succeed, and will do everything in their power to ensure that that is the case. That is going to happen, folks. There's no doubt about that. And that's why we have open arms. We welcome everyone into the fold so that they can benefit from this as well. There's 8 billion people on this planet, just about, right? Can you imagine, just having all of us, every single person, because there's enough for everybody. Don't think that, you can't have 8 billion people that are successful. Yes, that includes kids, babies, all of that. Absolutely. They're part of a community, right? So that includes them as well. So certainly if you help the family, that includes all the members of that family, right? And On Passive is very family oriented. We're all about the family. We care for families, and we want you to be a part of our family. because there is something here for you. There really is. There's too much negativity in the world. There's too many things that are out there that's just not nice, right? So why not find somewhere that is nice? Why not find somewhere that you're just receiving nothing but positivity? It makes a difference in people's lives. And so we encourage you to come on board if you haven't. And for those who aren't on board, just get locked in, and let that fire just start upon passage starts to burn inside you so you can feel what we're actually feeling, because folks, it is coming, and I'm so grateful that we're here. So thank you so much again, Julie, for having these conversations with me. Look forward to our next one.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Michael. And this is Michael words to everyone. Unpassive will transform you and transform your wealth. The choice is in your hand. Thank you so much, Michael. God bless you, everyone. Thanks so much for being here with us. Take care and have a great day or great evening.